This is Newsweek Wales. I'm Carl Edwards and a very warm welcome to the programme. Here's what's coming up. It's been a long fight, but this week the grandparents of a disabled teenager won their battle against the bedroom tax in a landmark case. This week saw the end of a long-running battle for one Pembrokeshire couple. Paul and Sue Rutherford were among a group of campaigners to take the UK government to court over the so-called bedroom tax. The Rutherfords, who look after their severely disabled grandson Warren, argued they shouldn't be penalised for their extra bedroom, which is used by an overnight carer. And this week, the Supreme Court ruled in their favour. Our correspondent Richard Morgan was there.
Paul Rutherford says he's just an ordinary bloke, but what he and his fellow campaigners achieved this week was anything but. On Wednesday, Supreme Court judges dismissed an appeal by the UK government against an earlier ruling which found that the so-called bedroom tax, or spare room subsidy, was unlawful.
When the government say it's not the bedroom tax, it's the removal of a spare room subsidy, I will turn around instantly and say, what? Spare room subsidy? There never, ever was one. Hopefully, now going to mean a lot of other people who are in the same situation as us or similar situations can rest a bit easier, knowing that they will at very least qualify for discretionary housing payments.
The case centres around the Rutherfords' grandson Warren, who has a rare genetic disorder, meaning he can't walk or talk and needs 24-hour care. 3 years ago, the couple were told their housing benefit would be cut as their bungalow in Clynderwyn had an unoccupied room, a room, they always argued, that was used to store medical supplies and put up Warren's overnight carers.
What this means for the Rutherfords and for other families who care for severely disabled children who need overnight care is that they won't be subject to the bedroom tax for an additional room. Any other outcome would not have been right.
The Department for Work and Pensions welcomed other rulings at the Supreme Court which found in its favour. It added that it will take steps to ensure it complies with the judgment in due course. As for the Rutherfords, they say they're just glad their long struggle is over.
Why should I and Sue have to have spent the last 3.5 years doing this? Why? If anybody, especially from the government, can look me in the eye and explain to me why, I'd be very happy to meet them, because I don't believe for 1 second that any of them can. I'm just an ordinary bloke from Pembrokeshire and Warren's granddad. And yeah, I'm right, and the judges agreed.